I'm Dave Ammett, and I am the administrator at the National Frontier Trails Museum in Independence, Missouri. Independence had existed really for just about 20 years or so when you got into the 1840s. So the town was, in some ways, still relatively young. Most people who lived there had come from other towns themselves not too long before that. So when immigrants came, they were pretty much seen as people just kind of passing through though. But the city would become very crowded very suddenly. Thousands of people would instantly kind of descend on the town in a very short period. So lots of people, animals, lots of noise, hustle bustle all around the town. And the town kind of was almost bursting at its seams a little bit. People would speak dozens of languages that you could hear. So if you were up on the square in Independence, you could hear not only English and Spanish, but Dutch, German, French, some Oriental languages, Native American languages being spoken. Very, very multilingual town. Animals everywhere, lots of noise, not just from the crowds, but there were dozens of blacksmith shops in the area, and the banging and clanging went on night and day to try to get the wagons built quickly and service all the people that were there. Yeah, obviously where something begins or where something ends all depends on the person who's going. Independence is considered the beginning of the Oregon Trail. The old historic courthouse a few blocks from where I'm standing is somewhat officially that start. In reality though, people would start where they were camping, where they could come into town. This spot a little bit to my north is one of the most popular campsite areas because of the free spring. Independence has lots of natural springs to provide water. The one here was designated by the initial city council as a spot that could not be sold. So that water was free, so it became a popular spot here. Where the trail began, it began at their home. Whether that was in Boston or New York or Fort Wayne, wherever it was, ultimately that was really the start.
Right now we are on the grounds of the Independence Historical Society, and what you see here is like a recreation of what a campsite would have looked like, because this is right here in this area is where the pioneers would have been camping when they arrived in Independence, and they would have spent, you know, a few days to a week gathering supplies, loading up their wagons. This is where their wagons would have been before they set out on the journey.